The goal of this video is to find out if companies that care about social issues actually make more money or not, and to understand the financial impact of such practices. In today's fast-moving business world, people are paying a lot of attention to the idea of corporate social responsibility. This means companies are not only judged based on how much money they make, but also on how much they care about social and environmental issues. Now, let's talk about socially responsible companies. These are not just interested in making lots of money. They also actively do things that help society and the environment. This could be things like using ethical sources, being careful about how they produce things, getting involved in communities, and doing charitable work. The link between being socially responsible and making more money comes from the idea that if a company is responsible, it can last longer and have a good reputation. People, both customers and investors, are more aware now of how their choices affect the world. They prefer to support companies that share their values. Having a positive image is a big financial advantage for socially responsible companies. People tend to trust and buy from companies that they think are ethical and care about society. This trust can lead to customers staying loyal, buying more, and telling others about the company, all of which means more money for the company. Socially responsible companies might also find it easier to get money from banks or attract investors. Many financial institutions and investors now look at things like how a company treats the environment and society when deciding where to put their money. Companies with good practices are seen as less risky and attract more investors. Being socially responsible can also save companies money. For example, using eco-friendly technologies can reduce energy and waste, which means the company spends less in the long run. Consumers these days are picky. Many prefer to support companies that have the same values as them. So socially responsible companies can build strong relationships with their customers, which lead to more loyalty and a bigger share of the market. In the long run, these companies might do better than their competitors. Now, the question of whether socially responsible companies make more money is a bit tricky. It depends on the industry and the situation. But the evidence shows that there is a connection between being socially responsible and making more money. Companies that think about ethics, society, and the environment in their business not only make the world better but also end up making more money. So, in the changing business world, being socially responsible might be a key to having long-term financial success. So, if a company shows that being socially responsible can also bring in profits, it's a win-win for everyone, the employees, the shareholders, and society as a whole. However, after looking at 167 studies done over 35 years, the researchers found that there isn't a strong connection between being socially responsible and making more money as a company. In simple words, just being good doesn't necessarily mean a company will be more successful financially. The only clear thing they found was that if a company did something publicly wrong, it had a negative impact. Interestingly, the study showed that giving money to charities had a stronger connection to success than having policies or projects for social responsibility. So, in a nutshell, being good doesn't seem to harm a company's value, but it also doesn't guarantee more money for the shareholders. The main point here is that making a profit shouldn't be the main reason for companies to be socially responsible, even though being good might not hurt financially. If the main goal is to make money, there are other ways to spend money that can bring in more returns. If the hope of making money encourages companies to improve their behavior and address social issues, it's good for society. However, companies should not expect a big financial reward for being socially responsible. Instead, doing well should be seen as its own reward. Thanks for watching.